What's up YouTube, it's Ghostwriter15 here back at it again with another GOAT format video. And today's video is going to be my most recent second place finish at the most recent FLC that just happened. You know, I almost got the dub, it is what it is. I know one day eventually we'll get there, but you know, for now, I'm going to give you guys my second place deck profile. So yeah, this is what I decided to play. 1 BLS, 2 Sorcerers, 3 Thunder Dragon, 2 Moths, only 1 Deco. So instead of the 2 Decos, I played the 1 copy of Mask of Darkness. I really like Mask of Darkness because it helps in the burn matchup. It helps you recycle cards like Raigeki Break, Ring, and it's also really good when they have Level Limit Area B, which actually came up in this tournament, and it's also good against Gravity Bind. So really good card overall. 3 Spies because you need it for the aggro decks. You need to make sure you don't get ran over by Blade Knight and all these other annoying aggro monsters. 2 Night Assailants. So I've messed around with 1 Night Assailant or no Night Assailants, but I've just came to the conclusion that 2 is the best ratio because it's still the ratio with the highest ceiling. This card's amazing with like Graceful, Raigeki Break Tribe. So yeah, I really like the 2. 1 Sangan, 1 Sinister, Staples, and then the other 3 Staples, Breaker, Tribe, and Sook. So I've messed around with no Sook, and I think that you need Sook. Sook is just really good against so many matchups, like the Warrior matchup, it stops cards like Blade Knight, and sometimes like it'll even be good against like Dawn Deluge or DD Warrior Lady because you'll have Nobleman Crossout and make use of it in that matchup. Also, it's really good against Burn, so I really like Tsukiyomi. For the spells, I played 2 Upstart Goblins, 2 Nox, Trinity, Snatch Shield Heavy. Not much to say about these cards, you have to play them. So my trap lineup is actually where it's actually a bit different than most players. I played 3 Jar Greeds. Most players only play 2 or 1 or none, but I really like 3. What a lot of players do is they play like 2 jars and the 1 card destruction, but I'm not a fan of card destruction. I'd rather play the 3rd jar. 3 Solemns because something I noticed is when I was playing my triple Solemn list, I was doing really well, and as soon as I stopped playing it, I wasn't doing as hot. So I decided to go back to my original triple Solemn list, and yeah, I've been doing much better again. I guess I'm just really comfortable playing triple Solemn. I know it's not very easy to play at times because you know you don't really know what card you should hit, but you get used to it once you play it a lot. 3 Raigeki Breaks. So I'm a big fan of the 3 Raigeki Breaks because you can use it just about any point in the game besides the damage step, but usually that doesn't matter too much in GOAT format. Only very niche situations where it does. And what I like about Raigeki Break is that it's very versatile. You can use it on back row, you can use it on a face-up monster, a face-down monster, doesn't matter. So yeah, I really like the 3 breaks. 1 Ring, Staple, steals games. And then the 1 Mirror Force because you need it against warrior players or aggressive players in general. For the side deck, 1 MST. If you don't main MST, you have to side it because you need it for matchups like Burn or Royal Decree decks. So I decided to play 2 copies of Mystic Walk in the side. Usually I don't side walks for Burn, but I finally felt comfortable enough to be able to side 2 copies of Burn and still be able to have enough side for the Warrior matchup, because I'm known for siding very heavy for the Warrior matchup, but I finally came up with a list where I think I have enough for the Warrior matchup to be able to still side in stuff for the Burn matchup. And I did play 1 Burn player in this tournament, but the funny thing is, I never drew Mystic Walk, so I guess I didn't need it. But it's still good to have, you know, because like it's very good against burn. So 3 copies of Minecon. I know a lot of players don't like this or they don't do this, but I think it's pretty good in the side. I don't like playing any Minecons in the main. I feel like that's bad because I really respect the warrior matchup, and I don't want any dead cards in the warrior matchup game 1 besides noblemen's. But yeah, I really like the 3 Minecons because they're really good going second, and going second is when it's harder to actually win the game at times, because if you get hit with like a turn 1 Trinity, you need ways to stop them from recycling their Trinity with a MOF. So yeah, that's why I play the 3 Minecons. The 3 Sakus for Warrior and for Earth Aggro. And the 1 Bottomless because Bottomless is actually pretty good against both Warrior and Earth Aggro. I really like that it also hits Mobius because Warriors and Earth Aggro players love to side Mobius. So originally what I was doing is I was playing the 1 copy of Widespread Ruin, but it would get destroyed by Mobius. So I just decided to play the Bottomless instead. It's also really good against Breaker, and there's times where you can also banish Blade Knight and prevent them from getting a light for BLS. The 1 tribe, or the 1 Torrential. Torrential, I'm not maining it, but I still think it's pretty good in the side for like the bird matchup to get rid of Ojama tokens, and against the warrior matchup or the Earth Aggro matchup. And then last but not least, 3 Zombiras and 1 Blade Knight. These are my choices for my aggro monster lineup in the side because they're light and dark, which has synergy with BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. And Zombira runs over basically any monster in the warrior matchup. It can even run over spies if they side that in. And what I really like is Tsukiyomi can reset its stats, and that way you can get rid of the 2nd copy of spy that they summon. And then Blade Knight's just really good because, you know, it's a 2k beater pretty often, and it's a light monster, so yeah, I really like these monsters. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the deck list I used to get 2nd place out of about 160 players for this FLC that just happened. I really wanted the W, but you know, it is what it is. Eventually we'll get there. And Worlds is just around the corner, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, I'll be going over my top cut matches in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. This is Ghost Rider 15 signing out.